Yeah. I'm videoing you.
You're videoing me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just if you had anything to say. But if you don't, it's fine. I'll move on.
No, nothing to say.
Okay. Anything here?
Not much. Just want a
Alright.
big lip.
You want a big lip?
Catch some big fish.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we got here just about right before dark. And luckily the spot we wanted was open, so we skedoodled on down here. Set up a little camp. Water's just down yonder. And now we're just making some dinner. I got some Hunsaker's Lazy Jerky. Their beer salami. And some other burrito fixins all mixed in there. We got the beer salami all fried up and then added in all this stuff. Eat it with some tortillas. Yeah, I got the truck all set up. Gonna sleep back here tonight. And then all our stuff's ready to go for the morning. So we'll be up bright and early. Luckily, this little spot's pretty cool. There's not much more room. Like, it couldn't accommodate many more fishermen, so people will pretty much have this to ourselves. We can probably sleep in a little bit more than normal. I'm excited for it. It's got a little bit of beach, a little bit of drop off, a little bit of rocks, just a little bit of everything. But it's also nice and flat, so when our other buddies show up with their camper later this week, they'll be able to camp here too. So we'll check in before bed or in the morning before fishing. We'll see how it goes. All right, baby. Let's get it. Okay, it's fishing time. Let's get out there. Got it set up. Got some cool purple skies. Let's see what happens. Heck yeah, dude.
I think you already stood it.
Nice. Good job, dude.
Thank you.
Sweet. Wow, little silver. So that guy took my little beetle. Shout out to my buddy Skylar for sending me a little Instagram link that showed someone tying these beetles with that little eye on there. It's probably not going to make a difference, but it looks super cool. Keep going. So this morning was fun. It's kind of slow, but it was fun. I caught one, Ty caught one, Mito hooked one. I lost a couple. Just fishing from the beach, ladders. I caught mine on a white beetle. But yeah, switching it up now. We've had some morning coffee, a little snack. Now I've just kind of come out to this cool little rocky area off this point. This is a fun trip because I've never fished this place before. I drive past it all the time and always think it'd be sweet to camp here and fish here because it's so small that it really can only accommodate one group of fishermen. So stoked we have it. I just hope that it pans out. It has everything I look for. Rocks, a point, some south facing stuff, a good drop. So if there's fish feeding, pretty confident we'll catch them. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. So stay tuned. I love these days when they're slow, honestly. It's obviously not as good as the days where you're catching lots of fish. But when you have a sense of nothing to lose, you feel more comfortable exploring new places. And that's really what it's all about. There's like 2 or 3 beaches or points here where 99% of the people fish. And you can pretty much always fish those places with confidence, knowing that there's fish there. If you fish hard, you'll get bites. But I'd rather catch one fish and have the entire beach to myself than catch a handful of fish and have people 20 yards on either side of me. It's just more about the seclusion for me. Okay, we got to our new spot and it's freaking dope. Look at this water. Look at that drop off. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I love this place. Found some garbage too, so now I know I picked that up. The fish gods will be smiling down on me. So let's get to work, see if we can find anything. See if we can get anything to take. I still haven't ditched the minnow because on slow days like this, I feel like it's always a good idea to have a minnow on or a leech of some sort. But it is really light, kind of gray and white. But I have a small midge on there. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a purplish maroon. So we'll give it a whirl. This is the kind of place though where I'll fish for a while. Even if I'm not having bites, I'll switch up flies. So we'll see how she goes. Okay, we did a little fly change. Let me show you what I'm working with here now. So I got my little green guy now, so I switched from white to green. This is a cool little bait fish. It's a mix of craft fur, bruiser blend, and olive ice dub. I really like it. And then just a big olive midge. So green and green team. See if this turns things around. Like, it's just a matter of time this time of year when you have these conditions. You just gotta wait for that little trigger, whatever it is, whether it's some cloud cover, some wind, a midge hatch. It could be anything, and the fish will just come in and they'll just start hammering. So you just gotta be ready, don't give up. All right, let me show you a cool way to redirect and cast straight back out again. So I got my flies down there. Basically, I want to cast it at 90 degrees to the left. So I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull in my flies, and when I get to the orange marker showing the transition from the running line to the shooting head, I'm gonna draw a lowercase e with my rod tip. So I'm gonna come over flat, then make a big loop. And then when I'm right here, that's when I'm gonna start my roll cast to go out to my left. Okay, I'm to the orange indicator, lowercase e. There we go. That's just one way you can do it. I know I'm kind of outside the bite window, but I swear that when you do get those random fish outside those bite windows, they're big fish. Those big fish, they have to eat all the time. They have a much higher caloric requirement or daily calorie requirement than the smaller fish. So the smaller fish have the luxury of waiting for those prime feeding windows when there's easy feed around, when there's cover and they feel protected. But those big fish have to eat all the time. That's why when the water temps are crazy cold, you don't catch a lot of fish out here, but when you do catch fish, they're big fish because they have to eat even when it's too cold for really any food. So they're always kind of cruising, those loners. But when you want a lot of fish, you usually got to wait for those bite windows. Good cover so they feel protected from above, some chop on the water, some bugs hatching. Okay, so that was one way to redirect. Another way, I don't really know what it's called, but basically I'm gonna pull the flies in over my left shoulder, and then I'm gonna swing around to the right to do my roll cast. That way usually gives me a little bit stronger of an anchor, loads the rod better, so when it's windy and stuff, I like that one more. And it's a little easier for people to get a hang of. Basically, I just want to drag that indicator up from down there to right here by me by pulling it over my left shoulder. And then when it's sitting there, then I just do an easy loop. And it's just super, like you don't want to power that coming forward because that's going to throw your line down there again. Basically, you want to keep your line where it's at, come back over to your right shoulder, and then you're set up with your D loop for your forward roll cast. It's really good to practice those because the less time you spend casting, the more time you spend with your flies drifting, the more fish you're going to catch. It's just, you know, it's only logical. So those little things are really worth practicing and getting good at. Okay, here we are in the back of the truck after day one. Day one was a success for sure. Fishing was pretty slow though. Like, we just had that super calm, super warm weather. Tomorrow's supposed to be another warm day, another hot day, another calm day, but there is supposed to be cloud cover most of the day, so that could be awesome. I'm gonna go fish some rocks first thing in the morning. Those guys are gonna fish the ladders at the beach, and we're just gonna stay in touch and see who does well. So yeah, still just kind of continuing with all the exploration I was doing today. I knew that the first 3 days of this trip were going to be that calm, warm weather with no clouds. So I'm fine with it being slow. I kind of anticipated it being slow. And then later this week for the last few days of the trip, we're supposed to have some good weather move through, like some showers, some rain, some snow maybe, a little bit of wind, clouds, temperatures drop. And when that happens, I think it's going to be game time. It's going to be game on. The fish will move in and start feeding. So that's what I'm hoping for. Slow first half of the week just kind of helps you unwind, relax, and then you get to practice, get in the groove of things, and then later on in the week it'll be time to catch some fish. So I'll get back in touch with you in the morning, and we'll see how I do on the rocks.